Hello, I'm Yvonne Barron and I'm a violin teacher at Doncaster Music Service. I'd like to share with you today the first in a series of short video tutorials focusing on one of the Grade 2 pieces in the ABRSM violin syllabus for 2020 to 2023. And the piece I would like to look at today is B1 in the violin exam booklet and its theme by Mahler. So as I look at my music, I can see that I've got 4 crotchet beats in every bar. I can also see that I've got a B flat at the start of every stave. So this can mean that I'm either playing in the key of F major, major keys we know sound happy, or I could be in the key of D minor, a sad sounding key. I am actually in this piece of music playing in the key of D minor, which is in keeping with the whole idea of the piece because Mahler's inspiration for this piece of music came from a picture he saw in a children's book showing a funeral procession. So why don't we, before we go any further with learning our piece of music, learn our D minor harmonic scale, because not only will it help our tuning in this piece, but it's also a scale we need to play for the exam anyway. So let's start. I'll talk you through as we play. So we're going to play an open D and we're starting on a down bow. So we're playing D, first finger E, second finger F natural, so sitting close to your first finger, third finger G, open A B flat, and a super high second finger, C sharp and a high D. I recommend that you practice that scale before you start to practice this piece at home because it will really help centre your tuning. So, looking at my piece of music then, I can see that we don't actually start to play until bar 3 because the piano has a 2-bar introduction. Now the piece is actually written in 2 halves, with the second half being almost an exact copy of the first half, only played slightly louder and 8 notes higher, an octave higher. So let's start by learning the first half. You'll notice as we go through that some bars are repeated. So you'll get the first bar, the next bar you play is exactly the same as the one you've just played. So it sounds like this. And the first 2 bars are almost like the start of your D minor scale. So there are the first 2 bars. The next 2 bars follow on the pattern up the minor scale, starting with an F natural, our second finger close to our first one. Now the next 2 bars in the piece, bars 7 and 8, are probably the hardest bars in the piece, simply because they've got slurs, they use a dotted rhythm, and they've also got staccato notes. They sound like this. Now for those staccato notes, a good thing you could do at home is to practice your D minor scale using that kind of bowing. And so on. That's a really good exercise to try if you're struggling with your staccatos there. Don't forget as well that in both of those bars, you've got a B flat, so you need to push your first finger nice and flat. In the following bars, bars 9 and 10, you go from an A down to an A, so a high A, and then a first finger A on your G string and back to D. Now, you haven't really got time to actually go from your A string down to that G string. So what I suggest you do is play a fourth finger at the start of both of those bars. And that makes that little piece so much easier there. Notice as well that I played a lot quieter in bar 10 because I marked piano, but I did have a crescendo at the end of the bar. And that leads us nicely on to the second half of the tune. We've already said that the second half of the tune is very similar to the first half, but is 8 notes higher. So it will sound exactly the same, just higher. We need to make sure here that our first fingers on the E string are going all the way back because we want to play F naturals, that we've got a bit of a gap between F and G natural, and we've also got a gap between our A and our G fingers here, and that when we get to bar 15, the B flat we've got there on that dotted rhythm, the B flat finger, our fourth finger, is going to sit really, really close to the third finger, so we can get that really nice flat tuning. So from bar 11, we sound like this. So did you notice there in bar 19 that it's marked poco rit, gradually slowing down a little bit. We've also got a 2-beat rest there, and then we play our final D as a semi-breve very, very quietly, but we've also got a pause on that note as well. So try and use a nice slow bow and hold it on as long as you can. So you can stop and start this video wherever you want if you want to practice along with me. Or you can be really brave and try and play along with me now from the beginning, which is what we're going to do right now. So good luck everybody, enjoy yourselves. Make sure you stood nice and straight, that you've got a lovely bow hold here, that we haven't got any wrists touching violins. We want all our wrists away, so we've got some fantastic posture, and we'll go for it after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I hope you enjoyed looking at theme with me. Come back soon for some more.